Have you ever pondered the purpose of your soul, its journey, and its potential for future incarnations? The soul's odyssey through time is a fascinating concept, one that is deeply embedded in the fabric of our existence. Each soul embarks on a quest to gain more experience, to expand its potential for future incarnations, and to contribute to the collective consciousness of all beings. Our lives are intricately woven together, interconnected by unseen threads. Our personal experiences, triumphs, and tribulations are not isolated events. They are part of a grand tapestry, contributing to a shared repository of wisdom and knowledge. Every lesson we learn, every insight we gain, enriches not just our own journey, but the collective journey of all souls. This interconnectedness extends beyond our immediate circle. It spans across time, space, and dimensions, binding us together in a profound and meaningful way. It reminds us that we are not solitary travelers navigating through life's challenges alone. We are part of a cosmic symphony, each playing our unique part, each contributing to the harmony of the whole. This unity underscores a powerful principle. If something is achieved by one, it can be achieved by all. Every breakthrough, every accomplishment, every leap forward serves as a beacon of possibility for others to follow. It illuminates the path, showing us what is possible, inspiring us to reach for the stars and beyond. The mission of each soul, however, extends beyond personal growth and well-being. It encompasses a broader, altruistic purpose. It involves caring for our shared home, the sacred universe, nurturing its well-being, preserving its beauty, and safeguarding its future. It involves caring for every soul, recognizing their intrinsic value, and nurturing their growth. The journey of the soul is not a solitary quest. It is a shared adventure, one that we embark on together, one that enriches us all. The mission of each soul is not only about personal well-being, but also about caring for our shared home, the sacred universe, and the well-being of every soul. Scientists have discovered unique neurons in the human brain that might hold the key to our empathetic abilities. These neurons, dubbed mirror neurons, have piqued the interest of neuroscientists and psychologists alike. But what exactly are mirror neurons, and how do they relate to empathy? Well, think of mirror neurons as the brain's copycats. Just as physical mirror neurons are responsible for mimicking physical actions, these emotional mirror neurons mirror the feelings of those around us. This means that when we see someone experiencing a certain emotion, like joy, sadness, or anger, these neurons fire up, and we too start to feel that emotion. This is empathy in action, the ability to understand and share the feelings of others. It's a fascinating concept, isn't it? That a specific group of neurons in our brain could be responsible for something as complex and profound as empathy. But the evidence is compelling. Studies have shown that these mirror neurons are more active in individuals who score higher on empathy scales. This suggests a direct correlation between the activity of these neurons and our capacity for empathy. So, why is this important? Well, empathy is what allows us to form meaningful connections with others. It's what enables us to understand other people's perspectives, to feel their pain, and to celebrate their joy as if it were our own. It's what makes us human. Moreover, empathy plays a significant role in our social interactions, from our personal relationships to our professional engagements. It allows us to navigate social situations with sensitivity and understanding, fostering a sense of connection and unity. And all this could be traced back to the activity of these mirror neurons. In essence, mirror neurons act as a bridge, connecting us to the feelings of those around us. They allow us to step into another person's shoes, to see the world from their perspective, and to feel what they feel. Mirror neurons, therefore, play a crucial role in our ability to empathize with others. They are the neurological basis of our social nature, the underpinning of our capacity for compassion, kindness, and understanding. It is often said that actions speak louder than words, and this principle is deeply embedded in our neurological makeup. Consider this: children are the world's best mimics. They don't just listen to what their parents say, they imitate what adults do. This is more than a simple act of mimicry. It's a fundamental part of how they learn and grow. They're watching, absorbing, and incorporating these behaviors into their own repertoire of actions. This concept isn't new. In fact, it's as old as time itself, and it's even written in the Bible. Jesus is quoted as saying, "Don't just listen to what people tell you, watch what they do." This is a profound statement that underscores the importance of actions over words. Actions are the true measure of a person's character. They are the tangible manifestations of our thoughts, our beliefs, and our intentions. They are the fruits of our inner selves. And just as a tree is known by its fruits, so too are we known by our actions. The Bible further expounds on this principle, stating, "By their fruits you will recognize them. A bad tree cannot bear good fruit, and a good tree cannot bear bad fruit." This metaphor beautifully illustrates how our actions reflect our true selves. If our actions are kind, compassionate, and empathetic, they mirror a soul that is filled with love and light. Conversely, if our actions are harsh, unkind, or selfish, they reflect a soul that is in need of growth and transformation. In essence, our actions are our most powerful form of communication. They transcend language barriers, cultural differences, and societal norms. They are the universal language that speaks to the heart of every human being. So, let us strive to ensure that our actions align with our words, and more importantly, with the highest ideals of love, empathy, and compassion. Let us lead by example, knowing that our actions can inspire, uplift, and positively influence those around us. By their fruits, you will recognize them. A bad tree cannot bear good fruit, and a good tree cannot bear bad fruit. A person who shows love, mercy, and empathy is a person of the future, a future built on the pillars of light and harmony. This future world we envision, it's not a utopia painted in some science fiction novel, but a possibility grounded in the science of empathy and the collective human experience. In this world, empathy becomes our guiding star, our compass in navigating the complexities of human interactions. We are no longer islands, isolated by our individual experiences, but continents connected by the invisible threads of shared understanding and collective emotions. We begin to see ourselves in others, realizing that the joys and sorrows of one are echoed in the hearts of many. This empathy-driven world values the collective experience above all else. It cherishes the wisdom gained from the shared journey of humanity, recognizing that every triumph, every failure, every joy, and every sorrow contributes to the shared tapestry of our existence. It acknowledges that each person's experience adds a unique thread to this tapestry, enriching it with their distinct colors and patterns. In this future, spiritual values take precedence, guiding our actions and decisions. Love, compassion, kindness, and empathy become the cornerstones of our societies, shaping our laws, our cultures, and our relationships. This is not a world devoid of challenges, but one where these challenges are approached with understanding and compassion, rather than aggression and indifference. And the universe, in its infinite wisdom, aligns with the needs and desires of those who prioritize these spiritual values. It recognizes the resonance of love and empathy, echoing it back through the laws of cause and effect. It rewards those who choose to walk the path of compassion, enriching their lives with experiences that foster growth and enlightenment. Such a world may seem far-fetched to some, but the seeds of its creation lie within each of us. Each act of empathy, each moment of shared experience, brings us one step closer to this future. As we nurture these seeds with love and compassion, they begin to sprout, slowly transforming our world into a garden of empathy and shared experience. The future world is one where empathy and collective experience are valued above all else. How does the natural selection of evolving souls for transition into fairer and brighter spaces occur? It's a question that tickles our curiosity, nudges our understanding of what lies beyond our current perception. In our journey towards higher dimensions, we are not judged on our intentions or the grandeur of our declarations. Rather, it's our acts of love and wisdom that carve the path. They are the compass guiding us towards spiritual evolution, the stepping stones leading us across the river of material existence into the promised land of enlightened consciousness. Imagine, if you will, a world not bound by the physical confines of 3 dimensions, It's a realm where time and space yield to the power of thought and intention. This is not a fantasy or a figment of wild imagination. It's the fifth dimension, a higher plane of existence that some of us are destined to reach. But how does one qualify for this journey? What is the ticket that grants us passage? It's the acts of love we perform, the wisdom we exhibit, and the compassion we extend towards each other. These are not mere virtues to be admired. They are the tangible expressions of our soul's readiness to ascend, to transition into a higher state of being. Our actions, the love we spread, and the wisdom we share become the measure of our spiritual evolution. They serve as the beacon that lights up our path, guiding us towards the higher realms. This journey is not at the whim of our plans or desires. It's a process as natural and inevitable as the laws of gravity. Just as an apple falls from the tree, our souls, once ready, naturally ascend towards the higher dimensions. No one can buy their way into it. The currency here is not of this world. It's the deeds of love and wisdom that we perform, the compassion that we show, and the understanding that we spread. Only our deeds speak of our spirit's readiness to transition into the realms of the Holy Spirit, or as some now say, the fifth dimension. Just like the laws of nature that govern our physical world, there are laws that govern the nature of humans. These laws, often invisible and unspoken, shape our behaviors, our feelings, and ultimately, our shared human experience. They are as fundamental as the law of gravity, as inescapable as the changing of seasons. Yet, they are often overlooked, dismissed as mere tendencies or quirks of human character. But what if we considered these laws not as quirks, but as fundamental truths about our nature? Just as gravity pulls objects toward the earth, these laws pull us toward certain behaviors, certain emotions, and certain ways of interacting with the world around us. They shape our relationships, our societies, and our own personal journeys. One such law is the law of empathy. Just as we mirror physical actions, we mirror emotions. We feel joy when we see joy, and pain when we see pain. This law, underpinned by the mirror neurons in our brains, pulls us toward understanding and compassion. It nudges us to feel for others, to extend a helping hand, to create a world that is kinder, more compassionate, more empathetic. There's also the law of reciprocity. It's the idea that kindness begets kindness, that love begets love. We are wired to return a favor, to respond to a smile with a smile, to match hostility with hostility. This law governs our social interactions, our relationships, and our collective drive towards harmony and unity. These laws, the laws of empathy and reciprocity among others, are not just tendencies. They are fundamental forces that guide our behavior. They govern our interactions, our emotions, our human experience. And like the law of gravity, they work whether we acknowledge them or not. They are unyielding, omnipresent, shaping our world in ways we often don't realize. Just as all things fall downwards due to the law of gravity, the laws of human nature operate in a similar unyielding manner. So let's recognize these laws, let's understand them, and let's use them to build a world that is kinder, more compassionate, and more in tune with our shared human experience. Let's revisit the key points we've explored today. Our journey began with the understanding that the mission of every soul is to acquire more experience and potential for future incarnations. We are extensions of each other, connected by unseen threads, and our personal experiences become part of the collective wisdom. The truth is, if one person can do something, so can everyone else. We moved on to the fascinating world of mirror neurons and their role in empathy. These unique neurons, also responsible for copying physical actions, reside in our brains, making us capable of feeling what others feel. This empathetic nature of ours not only aids in our own well-being, but also helps us take care of our shared home, the holy universe, and the well-being of every soul. It's well known that children don't just listen to what their parents say, they emulate what adults do. This principle, recorded in the Bible, underpins our discussion on emulating actions, not words. As it's often said, don't listen to what they say, but watch what they do. We then talked about a future world built on the pillars of light and harmony, where empathy plays a pivotal role. In this world, If the highest spiritual values are at the top of the hierarchy, the universe aligns with the needs and desires of such individuals. Our journey towards higher dimensions is not determined by our intentions or declarations, but by our acts of love and wisdom. Only our actions indicate our readiness to transition into the realms of the Holy Spirit, or as it's now called, the fifth dimension. Just like the laws of nature exist, whether we know about them or not, so do the laws of human nature. Esotericism differs from scientific psychology in that it ignores the laws of psychic space, of which we are a part. The mission of each soul, the role of mirror neurons and empathy, and our collective experience all contribute to the evolution of humanity. Thank you for joining us on this journey of exploration and understanding.